Hello everyone. In today's video, I will be talking about how I got every Porsche in Car Dealership Tycoon. So let's start off with the Porsche right behind me, the Porsche 911 Turbo S 992. I got this car as a free event car back in, I believe, 2023 because it was like, I believe, I played Car Dealership Tycoon in 2022 originally, but I started playing it a lot more, like around the time this car came out. And when I saw a free car, I immediately knew I had to get in. This was before I was obsessed with Porsches. So I'm glad I got this now, because if I had not gotten it in 2023, then I feel like I probably would have had to trade a lot of cars for it. Let's go to the showcase garage first. First we have the Porsche 917K. This car, it was the first car I got in the game, other than the Fiat Multipla, of course. And I got it through the Barn Find event. It was one of the first events I played in the game, and I thought, this is really fun. I'm going to try finding all the parts, making the car. So yeah, that was back in like 2022, and it was really fun to do. Next, we have the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo. This car I had to trade a lot of stuff for because it is one of the best cars in the game, so it's going to have a pretty high value. Plus, I really liked overpaying the people for the cars because Porsches are so valuable to me that I didn't mind getting rid of all those cars for them. Okay, next is the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS. This car I had to trade a lot for. This thing is pretty valuable, and I don't know values that well. I traded for this in December, but I traded a lot of out-of-the-game cars for it because, like I said in the prior car, I would trade my whole inventory for a Porsche because it's my favorite car brand. Next, we have the Porsche 911 Dakar. This car I got from the Christmas 2023 event, and it was really fun to do. I think I made videos on the 2023 event, but I really liked getting this car. It was really cool. Okay, here's the Porsche 963. This car, I got it from Season 10, I believe. I've seen this car in real life at the Salem 6 Hour, so it's really cool to have it. I chose to put it out front since it's a race car, and the showcase garage, when I started putting all my Porsches on display, was only one floor, so I thought of putting like the race cars out front. So I chose to put the 963 out front, which, like I said, I got in Season 10. Now we have the Porsche Taycan. I got this car in the shop because it is still available in the shop, and I would buy it again. I would buy it 15 more times because it is my favorite car because of the backstory it has. It's my favorite Hot Wheels car, and I even have a display case one. Here is the Porsche 911 SVR Huna Pegasus. This car I traded a lot for as well. I played the season that it was in, but I started the season too late and I did not have enough time to get it, so I traded for it. Okay, this is the Porsche Mission R. This is the first car I traded for because I saw it in the Limited Museum when I was checking right before the trade update. And when I saw it, I was like, that's the first car I need to trade for because it reminds me of the Proto 8 from Jailbreak, and it just looks so good. The developers of this game did a great job on this car. Next, we have the Porsche Mission X. This car I got through the factory build Barn Find event, and it was really fun to do. I really enjoyed doing it, and this car looks really sleek. A lot of people consider it as the successor to the Porsche 918 Spyder. Speaking of, here's the Porsche 918 Spyder. This car I got through the store as well, as it is still available, and it looks super good, especially the rims. These are the real rims. Like, the developers did a great job with this car too. Or here we have the Porsche 935, and this is another car that I got after getting a Hot Wheels of. It just looks super sleek. Like the headlights, the taillights, the design. This is just a super sleek Porsche. It just looks amazing. And I got this one through the store as well. Okay, here's the Porsche Carrera GT. Just like the last few, I got this one through the store, as it is still available. And they did a great job with the look. I love how the Porsche Carrera GT looks both in real life and in Roblox games, because it just looks happy. It looks like it's smiling, and it's incredible. And now last but not least of the ones I have on display is the Porsche 911 RSR. This one was used in racing, and it just looks so good. I traded for this, and just like the other few, I overpaid, and I do not regret it at all. I am so happy I traded for this car. It just looks so sleek, especially with having the same pattern as the 919 Evo. Like, it just looks so good, and I'm so glad I traded for it. Okay, on to the ones I do not have on display. First is the police Porsche 911 Targa. This car, it just looks so good. Like, I got this through the police event in 2023, and when doing the police event this year, it's the police car I've been using all the time when trying to collect police points, because Porsches are my favorite car. This just looks super sleek. The design, and then the interior looks nice. Like, so much looks good about this car, and I'm so glad I got it a few years back. Next up is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS 992. This one is still available in game. It's a Game Pass car, so I bought it with Robux. It's the newest Porsche to my collection. Okay, next is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS YSAC. And this car I bought in the store before the trading update, because this is the car on the cover of Forza Motorsport 7. Plus, I love Porsches, and it just looks super clean. I love the carbon fiber stripes. It looks super good, just like the real one. Next up is the Porsche 911 Turbo RWB 930. And this car I got in a limited shop. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I believe I bought this in a video. It looks super good. Like, the little spikes for the body kit look good. The spoiler looks good. The interior looks incredible. This is a limited I'm very glad I bought. Next is the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR Turbo 2.1. And I got this through the Challenges update when they got new cars for the Challenges. So I am very glad I got that, because it looks very good, and it is out of the game and probably would cost a lot. Next up is the Porsche 911 GT3R Rennsport. This car was just like the 963 in Season 10. It was, I believe, the first prize, and the taillights look super clean, the headlights look super clean. It just looks super good. Like, there's so much attention to detail. Like, all the way to the tow hook, the interior. This is just a beautiful race car. Next is the Porsche 911 GT1. This car looks super incredible. I got it, I traded for it like a few weeks before the Christmas update, and I think that it looks super good despite being a fictional version of the GT1, because it is still inspired off of the real deal. Next we have the Porsche 911 Carrera S Cabriolet, and I got this car through the shop as it's still available, and it looks super good. I love the 4 seats, and it's just a nice little majestic car. Very good for its price. I believe it was like $100,000 or so. Yep, $147,000. Next, we have the Porsche Taycan Turbo S Cross Turismo, and just like with the Cabriolet, the Carrera Cabriolet, I got this one in the store. It was same price as the Cabriolet. It looks like the Turbo S just as a wagon. It looks very good, and I chose to give it gloss to give it a nice little shiny effect. Next is the Porsche 911 Turbo 3.0 Coupe, and this car, just like the last two I got in the shop. Next we have the Porsche 953 Paris Dakar, and someday I really want to make a video where I have this car face off against the new Porsche 911 Dakar on the rally race. So that video probably will come out within the next month, because that looks like it'd be a really fun challenge to do between two very majestic rally cars. Next we have the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, and I got this car through the challenges. I believe that the car and the wrap are both still available. Yep, they are. And it looks super nice, like, especially with the wrap. Next we have the Porsche 911 GT3 992. And this car I bought in the shop. I gave it gloss because this is one of my favorite modern Porsches. Like, it just looks super good, like especially the wing on the back and the interior. I love the roll cage. This car just looks incredible. Last but not least is the Porsche 718 Spyder RS. This car I traded a lot for as well because it looks beautiful. It's got the carbon fiber stripes. It's a convertible. It was out of the game, and I could not encounter many people with it. So once I did, I made sure that I was gonna offer something of very high value, since they seem very hard to find. I know there's one more car that kind of looks like a Porsche, the rough CTR3. So I considered trading for that before I made this video, because I did not know about it until like January. But then I Google searched, and Google said that it does not count as a Porsche. However, I probably will still try getting the CTR3 in the future, because it still looks very much like a Porsche. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, good game and goodbye.